In this video, top 5 3D AI tools which are relevant right now for November 25. Alright guys, this is Steph and we are taking a look on top 5 models that's relevant right now, and I'm gonna use Top3d AI leaderboard because so far I believe it's the best way to define who is best. And for those who don't know, there is a battle mode similar to LM Arena. You can compare generations made from one prompt and see which one is the best, and then the ELO rating is actually formed. You can also compare, you can review the models. It's quite easy, and the best thing also is that here you can find all the newest models such as YWO 2.0, which is unreleased on the moment I record the video, and also already here. On the position number 5 we do have Tripo 3.0. Okay, let's take a look at Tripo. There are two AI models presented here, is Tripo 3.0 or 2.5. Obviously 3.0 is way better, but what else we know about Tripo? So first of all, they do have free tier, so you basically can go and test it right away free. Even multi-view is available for try for free. Another thing, they do have 3D Studio, and here you can see the interface looks something like that. There's two main flows, one-click creation. They recently introduced Ultra mode, which is amazing for ultra detailed object. I tested it, I really like it. They do have poly count control, which is extremely useful if you're making 3D models for games like Roblox. Here you can change the model, but obviously 3.0 is way better than 2.5. And also you can do a step-by-step process. You can first create a model, then you can go and texture it in this mode. You can split it into the parts. It doesn't work same way as Rodin. So if you're really looking into part creation, you definitely take a look at my previous video about Hyper 3D. They also do have retopology, basically optimization and stuff, some sort of rigging and styles. Overall, Tripo is really good. Also, for developers, they do have probably the best API in terms of price and quality, 100%. And pricing here is also quite nice. For free, you will have 10 generations, and for cheapest plan, you can go for 100 generation, which is amazing. All right, and number 4 is Hunyuan 3.0. Of course, we have Hunyuan here, and it is really good. For those who don't know, this is a free AI tool from Tencent. They give around 20 credits per each week or so, where you can go on the website. It is only in Chinese, so you have to use translate. But basically, we go picture 3D, single image, multi-image. Here, you basically drop an image here, you select a model. I definitely recommend go with 3.0. It's so much better. Not much of poly count control, but enough for most cases. You can also create first geometry and then choose texture, or you can create it in one click. So I usually choose this one. Then you can go to your assets and see all your creations. Quality is really good, especially since it costs nothing for you. Another cool thing here is 3D Studio. It is still in alpha. I already got the early access. So long story short, you have a character workflow here and a props workflow here. So let's take a look on the character, basically props in the shortened way of the same one. And here you have amazing tools. And guys, I'm not kidding. For example, I found UV unfolding, which is so good. This is probably the best AI UV unfolding I ever seen. It's not yet 100% perfect, but it's definitely do the best job out there. There's also texturing, rigging, component splitting similar to Hyper 3D, and also here they give you 30 free credits, which are updated around 1 week. If you still didn't try it, you definitely need to do so. And we're moving to the next one, and number 3 is YWO 2.0. And these guys are crazy, trust me. So first of all, big thank you to developers to providing early access to their new model, which is amazing. And here we go to the YWO website, and we can see there are like two versions available, V1 and V2, and we're interested in V2, of course. Around 6 months ago, V1 stand out because of 4K texture, and now there is a V2. And guys, guess what? There are 8K texture. I'm not kidding. This is for real. So basically, they do have a lot of tiers. First, you can choose what you want in terms of details. So there's Ultima Prime for best details, and there's a poly count control, which is also amazing. Interesting thing as well is that you can also upload your model to be textured, which I appreciate a lot. And finally, settings for textures. And here we have this 8K option, but I would say 4K is already really good in most of the cases. They introduced inside out texturing that fixes a lot of texturing artifacts, which in some cases might save you a lot of time. You can control realism level, is how much of PBR properties you will add on top, or how closer it should keep it to the reference. And here are some examples. You can take a look examples on 3d AI Arena, or you can do a generations. Basically what we can see is like that the quality of texture is insane. Yeah, you can take a look here. It's like crazy, like all these small imperfections and stuff, like it's all there. I mean, that's just crazy. And there is almost zero artifacts on texture, which is super cool. Good job and well deserved. How much it costs? So you can see, first of all, they do have free tier, and it might be enough for 1 to a cool generation. However, to try 4K texture, you might need a subscription. This generation takes a lot of resources, so it should be justified. If I understand correctly, 8K textures only available with Vivo Premium only. So it's quite expensive, but in exchange of ultra resolution for textures. We're moving to a top 2, and this guy's surprisingly is 3d AI Studio with Prism V3. So first of all, if we press learn more, and we'll see what happens with this model, that there's a lot of models presented here, like Prism V3, V2.5, and Forge V2.0. Best one is definitely 3.0. Okay, so let's jump inside the 3D Studio. What do we have here? I already recorded once a video about it, and I call it all-in-one tool, and that's so true about them, because it's not just one 3D AI generator, it's basically an infrastructure. There is a texture painter, texture generator. There is even a complete image studio, which I like a lot. I use it to come up with my concepts. In some cases, I like it even more than Krea. So you basically can go to image studio, select a model that you like, drop a prompt, create 4 images, select the one you like. You can basically go and remove the background from it right away. That is so easy. It's like every tool must have it. Then we can drop it to image to 3D, select an AI model to do 3D model and run it. That's so amazing. Speaking of models, again, they do present a lot of them. So they are on our Prism Forge. They also added latest model from ByteDance C3D, which only available here in full AI right now. It's very difficult to test it through their official website, or you can also test it on Top3d.ai. They also connected Meshy through API, and they have planned to support Hunyuan and Common Sense Machine, which is amazing. You have everything you need. You have all best models right here available. There's a lot of settings. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to navigate. It's just hundreds of useful tools for those who work with 3D and stuff. Just look at this. Seamless texture, remesh tool, segmentation. Everything you might need is here in one place. The only downside, they do not really have free tier right now, so you have to pay at least $14 to test it out. For the quality it provides and all the tools, I would say this is only subscription you might need. I would definitely recommend it. And finally, it's time for number 1, Hunyuan 1.5. What a surprise! So let's take a look. What do we have here? There are 2 AI models presented on Top3d.ai about it. There's a Hunyuan 1.5, 1.0, and 1.0 is also takes quite high position. It's number 6. If it was top 6, we could have Hunyuan twice. But why? The thing is about details, especially about geometry. Just look at this. Look how sharp and nice the geometry is, and these results are quite consistent, and they keep improving this. These guys started like with Spark 3D announced, then basically they converted to Hunyuan 3D. I could not say they do have extremely good textures, but geometry is on the highest level possible. So if we take a look on their website, there's not much of tools. It's like we choose a version and we choose the resolution, and there is like 1536 Pro, which I used in my video to 3D print because it's really good for 3D printing. I created a lot of models and I'm really pleased with the quality. They also recently introduced API, which is amazing. And let's take a look. What about prices? First of all, there is a free tier, and you can do at least 2 high resolution generation for free without textures. To go for more, they have 2 subscription plan and credits. Now, this $20 will approximately give you 10 nice generation if it's a textures, but they say 100 geometry models, but that's only true if you only do average quality without textures. So I would say it's just 10 great generations or 100 average. So frankly speaking, it is expensive. Probably the most expensive. But in my opinion, it's worth it because you can do one model and it will be good enough for you to continue with printing and stuff. It also offers like up to 3 free retries, so you don't waste credits trying, and you can grab extra 50 for sharing, which is also good. At least I recommend you to try it for free. Guys, this is it. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe, and don't forget about my Discord community, because sometimes I just give away pro subscription for Hitem and other AI tools absolutely for free. See you.